science of migration. This year we looked at push factors that may have forced someone out of their home, such as wars, genocide, poverty, natural disaster, but we've also looked at pull factors such as a urbanization in a city, and I wanted to see what push and pull factors brought people to Proctor. For example, was it the education that pulled them in? And for push factors, was it their parents who pushed them out? Or was it that their parents didn't want them at home in general? And these were the results that I came up with.
Academics were much better here. Like I was getting pushed more here than I ever would have at my local school.
Education.
Academics.
Good education. Better education.
Everyone's so nice, and Proctor was the smaller school in the fact that like having a smaller student body created a great community. The sense of community, I've grown up here, and so just like being a part of that community since I was little put me here.
Like I really like the people. I thought they were all like just like so like nice and like it's welcoming.
I don't touch you. Hold my hand, that's okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's a small community and feeling like I was really, if I was going to be here, like I could really be a part of it and connected with a lot of people and a lot of students. Being closer to 350, 360 students, being involved in teaching, dorm parenting, advisory, and coaching. There was just so many different ways to connect with such a wide range of students that it felt like it was going to be easier to just connect with a lot of people and have the small communal feel that I value.
The social environment. I grew up in a neighborhood setting in the city of Charlotte, and I had sidewalks, and I had friends, a block away or 2 houses away, and I had the freedom to walk out and go play with them at any time. Of course, I had to let my parents know, but there wasn't a lot of fear. They could yell out the window, and I'd hear them, and I'd come home, and so that community neighborhood feel is captured here. When I was in Albuquerque, no, I didn't feel that. Of course, it was a different mindset, didn't have kids. But when I arrived here, I just got married. I wasn't thinking about kids either, but having a community where I knew that somebody would have my back if something went wrong, laundry machine fails, where can I do laundry? I don't have to drive to town and sit at a laundromat and pay and guard my clothes and detergent for 4 hours. I don't have to do that. I can go find a friend. Somebody will support me, like, come on over. It was just a good insulated feeling of a little micro community.
The learning skills program.
The learning skills program.
Like learning support.
Learning skills.
Learning support.
I have a lot of family in the area where my mom was moving, and there's a lot of bugs.
So your mom's closer here than Nick?
Proctor was closer to a lot of family and friends that I wanted to be close to.
Being close to my relatives, because they're all in Boston and along the Eastern Seaboard.
My mom works here at Proctor. She's the director of security.
For basketball.
Martha's junior sports is really good, and Proctor has some good sports.
How they bond, the academics and the sports, and they just like, especially for skiing. Experiential learning, like Proctor's so unique because of the off-campus programs. The experiential learning model.
Off-campus programs.
The travel programs, because I really just wanted to get out there and see things, and definitely like a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Independence mainly. Didn't want to get nagged anymore.
Believe it or not, the place that I used to live was more isolated than Proctor, and there was more of a town right there, but outside of that town it was easily an hour and a half to anywhere larger. To get to like Burlington, Vermont was an hour and a half, and then to get to see my family was about 3 hours, about 3 hours to Boston as well. So that was the major push factor, was that I just kind of felt like I was really isolated.
It's in the middle of nowhere, and my parents are completely like okay with that because they don't want me to be like in the city, going out for dinner every night, spend that much money, and then I have like just like on campus, be safe with a lot of supervisors, like teachers, advisors, and my afternoon activity teachers. Boarding school is a good prep for me to college, so I can like kind of emerge in the culture as well as the language.
I wanted to get out of New York City because I've been living there for all my life.
And what about New York City made you leave, just other than the fact you were...
It's just super crowded, and I kind of like the change of pace from like going around super fast, like always having to get places, to like just kind of chill environment of New Hampshire.
The previous place I was living, school of 1,000 people, 1,000 students, and so it's difficult to really feel like you knew a lot or a large percentage of the population.
Previous lives and careers were in cities, and so I moved out of the country.
Were there certain factors in Needham that pushed you away, or it was just...
just how big the school was. I just like didn't feel the same sense of community that I feel at Proctor, and I think Proctor fosters that through assembly and having advisors.
Did your parents want you out the house, or was it your decision?
Kind of both. I didn't want to live with them anymore.
My parents wanted me to go here. Well, I pitched the idea, and they said no, and then eventually they made me go.
In Puerto Rico, there's a lot more competition between like kids and their parents, and who should go to like the better college, who has the better like medals and all that stuff, and I didn't like that.
You go to class and you kind of do your thing and then you go home. And Proctor definitely made it clear that you're challenged and they want you to do your best.
It's like a different lifestyle for me, because like if I go to a high school at home, it will be like a lot of like academic works. So like here is more like you do something else as well. So I don't want to spend my whole day just doing like papers and tests.
So what brings people to Proctor? Is it education, learning skills, sports, learning opportunities? There are a wide range of pull factors that have brought students here to this school in the middle of nowhere. But the push factors were interesting. Nan's take on being safer when she's not in the city, spending less money, and Carol's I didn't want to be behind a desk all day really shows that we are lucky to have such a creative model of education here at Proctor, because as they say, we learn to live and live to learn.